Hello kids, this is Parimala and I'm your coding teacher. Welcome back to my channel Stream with KSP. I hope you all are doing great. Stay home, stay safe. We are continuing the series of P5 editor in the previous classes and we are learning the concepts of JavaScript programming language. We all created so many games and we are doing with the P5 editor and you are enjoying the coding. If anyone new to this channel, please subscribe and click on the bell button to get notification for next videos. Don't forget to like and comment to get boosted for next videos. In this class also we are going to discuss wonderful topic. If anyone have missed the previous classes, all the class descriptions are provided in the description. Kindly check it. Let's get started today's class without wasting time. Today's class is class 17. In the previous class, we have learned about the functions in P5 editor. So functions is the very important concept in programming languages because user can create own functions and we can execute that function by calling. So in the last class, we created three different functions and we have moved the circle on the canvas. But we have not created more circles. We created only one circle. So with the same function, if we want to create more objects on the canvas, we need to use the concepts of parameters and arguments. So in today's class, we are going to concentrate on functions, parameters and arguments. You can observe here, we have the function space function name and inside the parenthesis, we have the parameter list, parameter 1, parameter 2, parameter 3 and etc. So we can write of n number of parameters inside the parenthesis of the function name. So this is called as passing the parameters to the function. And inside the flower brackets, we'll be writing the statements to be executed. And function parameters are the names listed in the function definition. So parameters are the names listed in the function definition. Function arguments are the real values passed to and received by the function. So arguments are nothing but whenever we call this function, by using the function name, we need to pass that values. Okay, we need to pass that values to the function, then only the function will be executed. So that values are called as the arguments. So in today's class, we are going to write the program on this functions, parameters and arguments. Let us start this. Let us start the today's class, but before that we will observe the output of last class. So we created the moment ball in the previous class. And if I want to create one more ball with different color, here I cannot create because our functions, our user defined functions are not having any parameters here. So if you can observe the display function, move function, bounce functions are not having any parameters here. So and that's why we have not called these methods without the arguments. So if I want to create one more ball here, we need to create the parameters. We need to pass the parameters in the function definition and we need to call that parameters as an arguments in the function calling. So let us do that example. So I'm going to open the new P5 editor here. Before that, let me save the previous code once. Yes, so I'm going to open the new one. Yes, we got the new P5 editor page. Let us write our class name here. This is class 17. Functions, parameters and arguments. Now today's task is I want to create some flowers on the canvas. So, but I don't want to write 3 to 4 functions for 3 to 4 flowers. I will write only one function. With that one function itself, we want to create 4 or more flowers on the canvas. So how to do that we will see. Okay. So as we already know the concept of functions, let us start a user defined function after the draw function. Before that, let me make this background to the black color background. And if I click on the play button, you will be able to see the black color background. Now let us write our own function in line number 9. User defined function to create the flowers. To create flowers. So as we want to create the flowers, we will also give our function name as flowers. And now in the previous class, we have not passed any values inside the parentheses, but here we want to pass some parameters. So for this particular example, I want to pass three parameters. One is x position, y position, and the radius. Okay, let us see x position, y position, and I want to pass the radius because when I'm creating the flowers, I want to create circle shape, right? So that's why I'm taking the radius. So I got the three parameters here, and inside the function, the code to be executed, I'm writing here. So first I want to fill my circle with some color. And then I'm going to write circle instruction. And my circle instruction need to take the x and y position from the parameter values. And if I want to make the circle in the form of flower, I also want to display one rectangle, one stick to that flower. So let me also create one rectangle here. And I'm going to display the rectangle. For rectangle, I'm giving the x position as x, y position as y, and 20 comma 50. Okay, I want the height for this rectangle, right? So that's why the height position is 50. And you see the x position is same for circle and rectangle. I don't want to be the same position. The circle should be on top of the rectangle. So here I am giving the x position is -10 because I want to get little down. Okay, so that's why we have given this one. And I think we have written a spelling mistake here for the radius. Yes. And what we will do, we will also change the color of this flower. Yes, now our function writing is completed. After writing this function, we already know that we need to call this function inside the draw function, right? So let us call this function inside the draw function. My function name is flowers. And I will write the comments here calling the function. Okay, so if I call the function now, what will happen on the canvas? So you can just check what will happen now. It is going to throw an error because I will show you the error in the console. It was expecting the number for the second parameters. Okay, so received an empty variable instead. So we have not called any parameters here as we have given the three parameters when we are declaring the function, but we have not called them when we are calling the function. So what we need to do, we have to give the x position, y position, and the radius values here. So then what happened? This x and y position will be applied on this both rectangle and circle, and then the flower, which look like a flower, will be displayed on the canvas. Now you can see, yes, we got one flower type shape we got on the canvas. Okay, so what we will do, we will also create one more flower. So generally, if we want to create one more flower, no need to write this function again. Okay, no need to write this function again. Simple, we can call this function once again with different arguments values. So now I want to get this in the other position called 200 comma 200 comma with radius 40. Let us check that what will happen. You can see we got the another flower in another place. Okay, so now I will call one more flower. You can observe we have written the flowers function only one time, but we are creating so many flowers by using that function. and I want to create this at the position 250, 250 with radius 60. We got one more flower. So like this, how many flowers we want, that many flowers we can create. Simple by calling the function. So 350, 350, some 30. So 30 radius will give you very small flower. It may not be a flower, but we created the flower shaped one. Okay. So what exactly happening on the screen? We are working with the rule, write once, run anywhere. Okay. So we are working with the principle called write once, run anytime. How many times we are want, that many times we are executing. So this is the principle for the functions. So this can be the slogan of the functions. We can say this is the slogan of the functions, write once, run anywhere. As you already know, when we have created these classes, we can also have written the class separately. Like that, we can also write the function separately in a separate program. That also we are going to discuss in the future classes. As of now, we defined a user-defined function. By using that user-defined function, we satisfied the principle of write once, run anywhere. That's why we are going to use the functions. So one function can be used to create a number of objects or shapes or anything. Okay, so this is for today's class. I hope you understood the functions, parameters and arguments. So when we are defining the function, we will pass the parameters, and when we are calling the function with the arguments, we will call that function. Then only we can be able to display the function on the canvas. If you have any queries, please type your queries in the comment section. I'll be answering for each and every query. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Bye-bye.